Greetings, family. You remember in Niger, there's this company that's been mining uranium. It's called Orano Group. It's French. We saw Niger taking some of its mines because they could not agree to the contract. But now these people have been bragging and saying Niger cannot do anything to us. The uranium in Niger is very small and all that. It cannot even influence us. But we saw Radio RFI, that is the Radio France International, saying that French Orano has been weighed down by its setbacks in Niger. So Niger brings Orano to its knees. The French group's mining activities are at half mast. So the tensions in Niger have serious consequences for Orano. The French group, world leader in the nuclear fuel cycle, saw its results deteriorate significantly in the first half of 2024 with a loss of 133 million euros. So you know why? Because they are no longer exporting uranium. And this shows you how influential we are. As in, like they used to say that if France stopped depending on Africa, they would become a third world country. I think it's one of their president or prime ministers who said that they would become a third world country. Now, this is one company. You know, in the past they've been saying, oh, France does not depend on uranium from Niger. We get more from the Middle East. I don't know what. But this shows you that they depend entirely, or 50%, let's say 50% on Niger.
If it's halfway down,
Like in 6 months, they have lost 133 million euros. So they are not halfway. They have been wasted. They are saying that Orano could be insolvent in the coming months, meaning Orano could completely get finished in the coming months. So it's not even 50%. It's like 90% is dependent on
uranium from Niger.
So that is how important Africa is to these Western countries and even the Eastern countries. If we decide that we are not going to allow them to steal our minerals and we are going to depend on ourselves, the world will turn around. Like we'll be the developed, they'll be the developing. I'm telling you, because we have human resources, big, beautiful brains, we have mineral resources, we have 60% of the arable land in the world is in Africa. But we are the people who are getting AIDS, we are people who are getting
Begging,
loans and all that nonsense. We are the people who are calling them. I hate our politicians because they don't see this. I hate our people who only think that only the white people can develop Africa.
The West took time. It's like a company. You know, for a company to be successful, they need to work on their advertising department. Actually, that's the department that gets a lot of funding in any company. The West did that. They advertised themselves. They branded themselves as the greatest, the biggest, the superpowers, everything. And us, the inferior, the useless ones, the ones who are begging for them, to help. So that branding that the West did to place themselves as the superpowers of this world is what is still affecting us till this day. And that is how you see PR and advertising is very important for any company. So for us as Africans to accomplish and to win this fight, we are your PR managers. We will make sure that we rebrand Africa in such a way that even the smallest kid that has just been born knows that I come from a great continent that has everything to offer to this world. Actually, if we were to close our borders and say we are done with the world, we would survive and the world would die. So unless we rebrand ourselves in such a way that Africans, the smallest kid knows that Africa is a superpower, even when we are doing elections, if somebody doesn't align with this Africa as being the greatest, if we see that this leader keeps going to beg to these people, we do away with these leaders, Africa will forever remain begging, because the mentality is what they really played with in colonizing us and will forever be colonized. Right now we are seeing another recolonization of Africa.
And the good thing, the beautiful thing is the young people of Africa.
They are waking.
For example, in Kenya, the young people are asking, like we are asking. For example, the recolonization is coming because of they want carbon credits, nonsense, climate change. Then there's these minerals, and also they come buy land and start mining. The young people of Kenya are asking, we have all these minerals which we never knew, because apparently they taught us in school that Kenya does not have minerals.
Exactly. That's
Only
the
to be revealed that Kenya has more gold than Congo.
Exactly.
Yes, allegedly. So the young people of Kenya are asking, okay, we have these minerals. Why can't the government just tell us to organize ourselves as the young people, as Kenyans, and mine, process locally, and sell finished products? Like, for example, when you're talking about copper, we want to mine and make copper wires, copper whatever, and all that. When it's gold, we want to mine gold, and if it's titanium, all the minerals that we have, we want to process locally and not being mined by an external force. We want to mine it themselves.
Exactly.
And we've seen mines like titanium has been mined in Kenya for years. It hasn't.
But where's the money? Kenya is in debt, trillions and trillions of dollars.
Yeah. So the question that the young people are asking, why can't our leaders or politicians allow us to mine our minerals and process them? Because we have seen that we are capable. Those generation of politicians are the people who think we cannot. But the young people we have, the young leaders are like, no, we can. We are capable. We have seen us doing. So this is the generation that is coming, and once we lead ourselves in this, and we just push out these puppets and all lead us out, mashallah, we'll see a different Africa altogether.
Brothers and sisters, let us know what you think about this. What role are you playing in the rebranding of Africa? What role are you playing in making sure that we get away from the slavery chains, we decolonize our minds, we break away from all of this mentality that Africa is inferior, we cannot do it. I wish for an Africa where all young people are liberated from this
and are engaged,
thinking.
and are engaged in farming. We don't have to get food from, like, you remember Tanzania saying we have enough food, we don't need your maize. Sometimes because they are bringing us shit, GMO.
Sometimes I just wish that we can copy what BURKINAFASO is doing, what Ibrahim Traore is doing with his young people on the ground. If it's farming, the guy is impacting in knowledge, skills, equipment, and every sort of support that he can to his own young people. What is so difficult with the rest of the African countries in doing the same thing? I mean, we have the money, we have the minerals, we have everything, we have the land.
Someone will come and say that I'm looking for jobs for you out there. So you go as slaves, you go there to be slaves, when he's calling other people to come and mine your minerals and carry them as soil.
Yeah, and leave your land open with holes.
They are even selling the airport.
Hey! Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. Let us get to work. Let us do something for African people. Let us change this narrative, even on the ground. It's enough talking, yes. We are talking about these issues, but what are you doing on the ground as an African? Even if you're in the diaspora, what impact are you having in the African soil to say, I've done my part. This certain village, for example, has changed because of the impact that I've given to it. Maybe we need to start reevaluating even our own selves and saying, while we are talking about these things, while we are reading about, but what is it that we are doing as us as individuals? In the comment section, we'll be waiting for all your comments. We will be happy to engage with you in any way. And if you have ideas, give us those ideas. Maybe it's time for us to even go out there and start working and talk less but do more of the work. We also have a Buy Me a Coffee link, super chat, super thanks. If you'd like to support us in that way, we'll appreciate your support. You can also support us by liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.